Hello and welcome everybody to the Palais des Sports de Cameroon for Game Day 1 of the 26th edition of FIBA Women's AfroBasket. The top two teams will clinch a spot in the qualifying tournament for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in Australia next year, and it's the first of 4 games today in the group stage of Group C as Senegal takes on Guinea. Basketball tournaments look a lot different these days since the inaugural one 55 years ago. That's the game schedule on your screens, and especially post-COVID, but I can guarantee it's going to be an exciting week and a half of the best that African women's basketball has to offer. My name is Senegal, and I'm joined by the brilliant mind of Usher Komugisha. Now, ironically, the inaugural women's AfroBasket also took place in Guinea in 1966. But Usher, how important is it to win a first game of the tournament at this level?
Well, obviously, it's a beautiful day here in Yaoundé, and when you look at this game, it's a proper West African derby. There's a lot of history between the two teams and the two countries, and you have players, Guinean players who play in Senegal and look up to Senegal in that regard. And so today, playing the first game of the tournament, historic, but also with everything that has happened in Guinea, politically, for them to be here is a big win for them. And speaking to the coach earlier, he was saying that it's so important for them to come and play at this level and to play against Senegal, a very big team, and himself having played his career of basketball in Senegal. There's so much to play for, not just for the players but also for the coaches.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're going to have the team lineups in just a moment here. It is a big deal for Guinea to be here, and it's going to be quite a task for the ladies team to tune into what is happening on the court and not what is happening in their home country.
Well, obviously, there's so much motivation. You can see when they were warming up, they were looking to the task, and you can see that they're ready to go. They're not a full team yet. They're not 12 players, but they're ready to fight.
Well, Guinea are definitely looking to not be just participants in this particular matchup, but they are in a very tough group, Usher. Guinea and Egypt, and Guinea are going to have to show us something that we've not seen in a very, very long time if they're going to want to advance to the next stage of the tournament.
Obviously, Guinea coming wildcat, having their last tournament in 2015 here in Yaoundé, right on this court. So there's so much to play for, and Senegal also know that they're one of the title favorites in this tournament, and they have to start the right way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Senegal have won 11 of the last 26 basket competitions. But now let's have a pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthems.
Merci. Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne du Sénégal. Pour respecter les mesures barrières concernant le Covid. Merci.
12 teams coming together for 8 days of African basketball action. These are the best basketball countries on the continent, we would say, at this present time. So we can expect to see some fantastic basketball here in Yaoundé, Cameroon. Usher, what excites you the most about this particular game? And as before we answer that question, those are the referees on your screen. Monica Nasuna.
Well, yes, it is. You asked me. I mean, with the COVID-19 happening globally, there's been a couple of on the African continent, so to see the women back on court, feeling the good vibes, and you know, playing the game that they love, that's what's exciting me this morning.
Absolutely. As we said earlier, it's been basketball looking a little different. That COVID protocols are being respected and followed here in this particular tournament. Do you think that having that break in 2020 has affected the level and standard of basketball in the African basketball community, especially for the women?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, obviously COVID-19 not just affected the continent, you know, from a health perspective, also so many of
Technical. Senegal, by all means, are expected to advance to at least the semi-final stage of this particular tournament. I mean, they have been so consistent over the last few years, and I can't say with confidence that that stage of the tournament, minimum, at the bare minimum.
Well, Senegal is a country of amazing talent over the years. They have a lot to play for. Their fans expect so much from them. You can see them already in the stands, you know, lining up and preparing themselves to celebrate this team and see how much they can deliver at this level. But really, for Mustafa Gaye, this is his sixth AfroBasket with the women. He's very experienced and he understands what it takes to be at this level. But speaking to him, he said that this team take it one game at a time, and even though we've seen previous games between these two teams become blowouts, on two occasions it's been a century, and on one there were just 1 point less of 100. So perhaps Guinea have, you know, a revenge spirit. Let's see if they can get this going, and we hope that it will go.
Just a few minutes to go here before the opening tip-off. Senegal.
We need to go.
Are they called Les Lions? Les Lionesses?
Yes, that is them. You know, it's the country of the lions and lionesses of Teranga.
Yes.
Senegal. I'm out for one of their biggest Senegal wreck. And you, Silale, you have a good history with Senegal.
I do indeed. I actually lived there for 7 years. Mustafa Gaye looking to give another championship here to Senegal. Last won a championship right here in
right here
2015
in 2015.
Guinea.
Yes.
I've known him for quite some time, and it's good to have him back at the helm of Les Lions de Teranga. Senegal was more home to me than Kenya for a very, very long time, you know. But there's a starting five on your screen. Fall, Sila. We'll talk about them a little bit more, but they're missing the presence of Astou Traoré, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond to that.
Well, you say it is in the last decade to Traoré, a player who can average in a tournament, even go 40 points in a single game, but it was time to move on for a player who is 40 years old. Mustafa Gueye felt that it is time to give an opportunity to the younger players and to let go of Aya Traoré and Astou Traoré, and of course stay with Mam Marisi to lead this young group of players.
And we also had a look at the starting five for Guinea. Definitely a player to look out for is Fanta Berete, who left an impression not too long ago. She is also followed by Batuli Kamar, who I understand plays at the Connecticut University. So those are two key players who we're going to have to expect a lot from in this particular matchup. Hello once again, everybody, and welcome to Yaoundé, Cameroon for the opening game of FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2021 between Senegal and Guinea. Early whistle on the floor, and here come Guinea at the top of the first. Souma almost loses it, throws it away, and here comes Senegal looking to take advantage. Too strong for Yacine Diop to get the ball, and that'll be the first turnover for Senegal.
Well, you can feel the jitters from both teams trying to settle in. I think they'll need a couple of possessions before they can get into this one. Shouldn't take long, though.
It's standard procedure. You must have jitters at the first game. I don't care who you are. The real thing is how you respond to it.
That's right.
Souma out to Kaba. Kaba decides to go all the way. That's a nice move, but she just couldn't finish it. And Senegal with the rebound, but bounced off the leg of number 12, Mam Diop, veteran player. Nice shot fake. Can't get it to fall. Aisha Mara. Jeme into the post. A nice strong move by Maimouna Diarra.
It's interesting that Maimouna Diarra scores the first basket of this tournament. She initially was left out of the 12 woman list for Senegal.
Yes.
And now here she is, making history.
Well, I do understand Mustafa Gueye wanted to go big with his personnel. And Diarra is the tallest player on the floor. Yacine Diop all the way. Couldn't close that one out. And Guinea almost losing the ball.
Very good defense there from Yacine Diop, who brings a lot of energy on and off the court. Powerful from Maimouna Diarra.
Very powerful. And you can see Senegal are really known for pushing with that defense. Managed to get a couple of steals and converted one of those possessions. Kick out. Mara, nice runner. Can't get it to go. And here comes Deng Jai on the opposite end. Jeme. Diop in the baseline. Diop misses everything. And Guinea looking at the fast break opportunity. Jawara almost loses the ball. And Senegal with the sticky hands. That's a good three-point shot from Aisha Mara to make this a one-point game. Senegal still in the lead. It's just over 7 minutes left to go here in the first quarter.
Aisha Mara brings good energy to this Guinean team.
And I must say that Guinea are actually running the floor pretty well. There are a couple of times where they've almost lost the ball there at the midcourt, but they're managing to control their turnover situation, and it's looking good.
Very good finish there from Mara. And it almost looks like Guinea was so much behind, but it's a one-point game.
It's a one-point game and still very early in the first quarter. Suma loses the ball. Jeme on the other end. Nice dish for the finish by Dejai. Senegal making it look so easy to get those plays. But trust me, when you're on that floor, it's a whole different story. Have a foul call on the floor. They're going to call that on Yaksin Diop. We'll take a look. Let's take a look at the replay here. No, it looks like they're going to call it on Jeme, who has been very active in this first quarter, I must say.
It's a very good dish there. That's what Bintou Diam brings to this Senegalese side. As a point guard, you want your point guard to have all eyes out and to really create for the team and not just be an individual player on your own.
Mara loses the ball. I think she kept it in her hands for just a bit too long. And now Jeme, who is absolutely fantastic at controlling the floor and making sure her teammates are involved and getting to the right places. It's a kick out for the 3 points. Can't get it to go. And Jeme has to be careful with the reach there. You don't want your star point guard getting too early fouls in the game. Take a look at the replay. Yeah, that was a close one. She does have to be careful.
Especially when it's not necessary to foul.
Exactly.
In that positioning of the court.
They'll call a carry on Suma. Ball goes to Senegal's side.
It is the introduction of Nyang, who replaces Yacine Diop.
And slight lack of awareness there. They're going to call a backcourt violation on Jeme. Mustafa Guy definitely not happy with how that played out. Kaba at the top gets it to the point guard. Jallo almost losing the ball. Did not know how much time was left on the shot clock, and Guinea lose that possession. Senegal coming the other way.
It is very good defense from Senegal, who are trying to play a man-to-man defense there. Close, yes, because sometimes you get fouls, but good to put pressure on Guinea, especially the point guards, now that they know that perhaps the Guinean point guards are not very comfortable with the ball.
Guinea called the timeout. Let's head down to the floor and have a listen to what the coach has to say.
Là, tu rentres pour un poste 1. D'accord? Ici, on y pense. D'accord? Ici, tac. Tu prends à côté. Tu fais corne. Non, il ne connaît pas.
Je fais corne.
Tu fais corne. Quand ça sort, tu donnes ainsi de suite.
Je donne la grande.
Voilà, tu donnes la grande qui va sortir là. Okay. Passe en descend. Toi, tu retrouves ton poste. Poste 3 ou 2. D'accord? Diallo. No dribble. No dribble. Tu vois? No
évitez les dribbles. On sort la balle avec des passes.
Boum. Ok?
Oui.
Allez.
On évite de dribbler la balle.
low-scoring quarter so far. You know, just about halfway through the first quarter. And again, with the first game, you can really expect anything, Usher.
Well, obviously, we have to cut both teams some slack. It is the first game of the tournament. It's also the first game that they've played in a very long time, especially at this level, so it's bound to happen. But I think that they'll warm up to the action and get into it, at least by the second half of this game.
Young with a deep three, and that's good. I saw her taking those practice shots before the game.
Beautiful swish there for Nyang. And good defense.
Yeah, it's good recovery defense indeed. Look like Senegal are going to put that defensive pressure on Guinea early. I'm sure they want to extend a good lead and then kind of settle a little bit, which is generally the style of the Senegal team.
And that also gives an opportunity for the coach to try out so many other players and not just his starting five very early on in this tournament.
With international tournaments as long as this, you definitely want to have as much rest time as you can for your star players, because it's a long, long week.
It is a long, long week, a week where you have to win every game that you play, and you have to win it convincingly, also for the confidence of the players, and also, you know, the team that will finish fast will have at least 2 rest days.
Have some stoppages. They sort out the clock. Those are the Senegal fans you see in the stands there. And Usher, I have not seen fans. The only other country where I've seen fans as crazy as the Senegalese ones has to be maybe Angola.
There's Angola, you have Mali. So for me, in terms of ranking, I have Senegal at the top, you have Mali, and then you have Angola. They are incredible fans. They go everywhere with the team. They're dancing. Sometimes I don't even know if they know what's happening on court.
A basketball party.
Yes, always a festival.
Nice inbound pass to the post. Kaba with a beautiful move and a solid finish.
Beautiful, beautiful, powerful. You know the way she hand. Basket, 3-point play.
That was a great read on how the defense was playing her. And she will be rewarded. Opportunity to make this a 3-point play. Can't get it to go. Senegal still leading 9-5. And it's stolen back.
From both players, Sen and Mara.
Job with a nice knockdown.
Marie C, a legend of the game. Scoring a very fast points in this game.
Marie will have a seat as Senegal now with a 12-point lead against Guinea. It's 5 points. Sen checked into the game. Beautiful stroke.
So Nyang is controlling the best line shots I see.
Mara high off the glass, can't get it to fall. She manages to recover. And Guinea unable to convert that possession. Here comes Nyang getting it to Jemme. Back to Nyang for the 3. No. And Nyang is feeling it today. Another 3-point opportunity. This one is good. And Nyang with her 3rd 3-pointer in this game.
So that's 9 points from Nyang coming off the bench. Good energy. Mustafa Gay nodding his head.
Aisha Mara looking for the options. She decides to take the 3-point shot. That's short. Tries to get it back, and hard hit on the floor. They'll call the foul on her. And Usher, you told me something really interesting, that you met some players in the elevator and you looked at their eyes and it looked like there was fire in their eyes. Was Lena Nyang one of those players? She is.
Diam were the ones in the elevator, you know, serious game face, and I'm not surprised by the performance so far in this game, and that's what they bring to this team, the energy but also the intensity that this game deserves.
Big rebound from Sarr and the nice putback. And Senegal are off to the races now. Who are struggling to convert. Unnecessary foul by Nyang, but I think she was just trying to get the ball.
Yeah, as we said earlier, that's what happens when there's a man-to-man full court defense, because when you have a slight, you know, loss in concentration, there will be a foul, but it's something you have to take in as a team and know that it's worth it, you know, to have that kind of defense and try to stop Guinea from doing anything, you know, force them to make bad shot selections, and, you know, once in a while they'll get a basket in there, but generally it will work out.
Well, Senegal definitely have to look at their fouling situation. Guinea is now in the bonus. Just over 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Senegal have established their dominance quite early, 14-point lead. First free throw is good for Fatoumata Diallo. Just one to go as well. 7 points for Guinea.
It's interesting to know that there's 3 players on court who play domestically in Senegal. A very, very interesting statistic for a team that has so many players playing overseas. But for Mustafa Gaye, he says this is important for the continuation of the talent in this country. And the director, you know, the national director, it is part of his vision for Senegal.
You love to hear it. You love to hear it. I think one of the things that plagues African basketball at times is continuity and passing on the torch to the next generation. So I'm glad that Mustafa Gaye is aware of that.
It's interesting you say that as a former Kenya. That you took and you'll be...
You know what? I think I've hung those boots for good. I'm not sure I can bang in the paint like Guinea is doing in this particular game. Extremely aggressive possession. Senegal managed to keep it. Nyang. Nice pass for the easy lay-in by number 9, Hunan Dao. That's her first field goal for this game.
She must be very proud, and she's one of those 3 players I was talking about who play locally in Senegal.
Ba. Nice finish. Tough move. Trying to slice through the long arms of Senegal's defense there. Nyang out to foul. Foul using the screen. She's wide open for that dribble jumper, but can't get it to go. And they'll call an offensive foul on number 35, I believe, Sen. And you can see that full court press that Senegal loves to go. It doesn't matter what team they play. If it's Angola, if it's Guinea, if it's...
Well, they do that because they have quality, you know, in depth quality on the bench. Yes, one player could be out because of foul trouble, but, you know, they have a replacement on the bench, so they have options. And it's not a big worry for Mustafa Gaye.
They're going to call a foul on Mati Fall on the floor. And again, Guinea's in the bonus, so Fall will shoot 2. Overlook the value of free throws. Especially when you have a team in the bonus like this Guinea early in the game, you get those fouls and you get to the line and you shoot your free throws, you will creep. It's very easy to cut down a lead, even if it is a significant lead like this one.
It's interesting you say that because Guinea have to use this to at least get to double digits in this game before the end of the first quarter, and also really for them to catch their breath. They don't have numbers on the bench, just 4 substitutes. So any minute they get to rest is very important for them.
Senegal with the ball movement to find Yang. Yang misses everything, and she thinks she was hit. But that was a good possession. I think almost every player got a touch.
And that's the thing about, teamwork. Pass the ball. And also, if you've noticed on the court, most of the coaches and the bench players are encouraging their players not to dribble the ball, to just pass it. And it is really, it brings out the best from a team if they can go all the way and avoid the dribbles.
Yaxine Job with the finish.
With a dancing finish.
With a dancing finish. And she has a chance to make it a 3-point play. She just checked in, and she's already making her presence known. And Usher, it's easy to say that she is, in a way, the heart and soul of the team. In Kenya, we say face of franchise. And she has so much energy, and you can really see it, not just on the court, but also off the court, the friendships that they have. And I think she made her international debut in 2012, was it? And she has a poster of her face. Is it at the airport, you were telling me?
Yes,
That's a superstar right there.
She's a superstar. I've never seen on the African continent a big female player who owns a space like that, especially for basketball, like Yacine Diop does in Senegal. I remember in 2019, there were so many fans at the stadium wanting to take pictures of her. Even this year, actually, before they came to Cameroon. So really, that kind of energy, her teammates look up to her, not just on the court, but also off the court.
Again, good ball movement by Senegal to find Sarr on her way to the hoop, and she's fouled on the way up. Yang doing more than just taking that 3-point shot. She's creating for her teammates, drawing in the defense and giving out the dish for the cutting post player.
And that says so much about the character of the team. A team where everyone is willing to fight for the other. And this early in the tournament, just to establish that foundation is very important for Senegal, especially when you play against a team that you feel you are better than and you're already leading. But how do you stay rooted and humbled to make sure that, yes, let's still work together, let's work on these small details and, build for the rest of the tournament.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just about 28 seconds left to go here in the... Guinea trying to get to double digits. Number 8, Fanta Berete at the line, and we had said it earlier, she's one player that you need to keep an eye on. She is one of the strong players for Guinea. Particular game. Foul, long pass to Yaxine Diop in the baseline, and she stepped on the line.
To be very honest, from a basketball point of view, that's a crazy pass.
It is.
Like across the court.
In fact, coaches generally really discourage those kinds of passes because they're actually quite easy to steal.
Exactly.
Berete, shot fake. Dribble J, tries to kiss it off the glass, can't get it to go. Senegal have time for one last attempt. Yang just couldn't finish it out. But that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Senegal 25 points, Guinea 10. And Senegal have established their dominance very early in this game. Guinea are going to have to figure out what to do in the second quarter. There you have the scores. Senegal 25, Guinea 10 points. Just wrapped up the first quarter. Taking a look at some of the stats here, Senegal are shooting 63% from the field, extremely impressive, and 37% from 3 points. And that is Senegal being very, very comfortable. Taking a look at some of the highlights there, the woman of the first quarter is Lena Nyang. She was taking those shots before the game and she was looking good, and that is now translating to game time and what is happening on this floor. There you see it's 60% from 3 points, and you can see her changing. I hope that she's okay because she's having a fire game. We'd love to see what else she has in store for us for the rest of this game.
Well, when you look at Nyang, that's how you want to start a tournament, emphatically. You know, come and say, this is me, this is who we are as Senegal, we're here to fight, and we're going to respect our opponents, but we're looking for that win, we're looking for that W, and it is the attitude, you know.
Here comes Guinea at the start of the second quarter. Bite. Bring it up. Ba gets it up top to Mara. Mara has been doing well in this game, and Yaxine Diop is going to get her second foul. We talked about it earlier. Senegal have to be careful, even if they are doing the full court press and pressure defense. They need to be careful to not get into foul trouble.
Well, we saw that that plan almost fell apart in the first quarter. Yes, they're leading by 15 points, but that sort of foul trouble very early on is not a good thing for Senegal.
That was a walk called on Fanta Barrete, and Guinea with 10 turnovers in this game as Diop fires from deep. It's short.
I don't know if I told you earlier, but I have a name from each of the countries that are participating in this tournament, and my Senegalese name is Diop.
Is Diop?
Yes.
I'm curious to know how they designated that name to you, Usher.
Well, that's a conversation you'll need to have with Mustafa Gaye. He was on the committee that gave me this name.
Speaking of Diops, Mama Marisi Diop brought the ball up, but Senegal with another turnover. A fairly low amount of turnovers in the first quarter, 6, but still efficiency could be a bit better. But generally, when you have that full court pressure defense, kicks out to the top of the key. Diallo, a bit too short on that dribble jumper. And Djemé here gets it to Diop. Diop all the way to the hoop. Can't get it to fall. Yaxine Diop with the finish.
It is a Diop affair so far in this last 30 seconds.
Mara with a beautiful crossover. Wow, what a move. She is doing really well with the ball handling here. And you can see that she's a player who is not afraid to take it to the Senegal defense.
Well, it is important to know that Senegal have some of the biggest players in this tournament, and that's what Maimouna Diarra brings to this Senegalese side, and that's why she was chosen to make it to the final 12 by Guy. Look at that attempt by Mama Diop to finish there for Senegal to score their first 2 points of this second quarter.
Mara gets that free throw to go, and it's 12 points for Guinea here at the top of the second quarter. Diop. GMA in the corner for a three-point shot, misses everything. Ndeye Fatunjai, big rebound from Jara, and you can't let her get that position. Guinea are going to have to box her out. That's her sixth point.
It is
3
very,
for 3
I mean,
in the field.
It's amazing. It's amazing when you look at the stats because when you see the ball movement for Senegal, they're passing that ball everywhere to the best. They do the right thing.
Is a good what? That's the kind of rim protector that you need in your front court, and Mustafa Guy recognized that. Like you said, he had his first options of players and said, nope, we need to make sure that people don't get to the hoop so easily. And we can see that he made a good choice. And Jara will have a seat as Majigan said.
It looks like she is heading to the bathroom to perhaps get a break. We'll get an update on that. But back on court, it is a good conversation between Mamarisi and Diop. Look at that. Is a foul called on Massini Kaba. And Jam misses the fast free throw. Converts the second. And Senegal hit the 30-point mark in the second quarter.
Guinea, though, Kaba kicks it out for the shot. She gets the rebound, but it's swiped away by Yaxine Diop. She could go all the way. She does. Oh, but she can't finish. Big rebound from Sen high off the glass. And Senegal are off to the races. Kaba fighting for the rebound, but too many white jerseys in the paint. Jem, nice pass to Diop. And Senegal just really have so many options when it comes to their personnel. Offensive foul is called on Mamarisi Diop. And it's good to see that she still has the legs. And she was fantastic then. She's fantastic now. To have that kind of consistency,
she's a superstar.
Super impressive.
She comes from a family, you know, that has played at this level for a very long time, and you know, the C sisters, and sort of legacy that in this tournament.
The floor called on Kajatu Diawara of Guinea. 20-point game with just about 6 minutes 31 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Senegal consistently extending the lead. Jem out for the three-point shot, can't get it to go. Yaxine Diop with a big rebound, and she's fouled on the way up.
She's doing a good job, you know, of being at the right place at the right time in the paint, picking those rebounds, boxing out, and that sort of fight is what, you know, is giving her teammates the energy to play in this West African derby and the very first game of the FIBA Women's 2021 AfroBasket.
To go. And she has 4 points in this game. Senegal continuing with that full court pressure defense. And you can afford to do that when you have a bench as strong as Senegal does. Guinea with a long three-point shot. And that was short as Jeme brings the ball up on the other end. Diop tries to do the spin move, almost going all the way. They're going to call a foul on the floor. Kaba. No, excuse me. They're going to call an offensive foul. And Diop has to be careful. They're going to call a walk. One step too many for Batuli Kamara. Batuli Kamara, former standout at the Connecticut University. A valuable addition to the squad as Sen has a seat. Sarr kicks it out to the wing. Jeme to the baseline. Yaxine Diop with a shot fake. Too strong a pass. And now Guinea trying to keep the ball alive against that full court press. Mara into the post. Kaba loses the ball.
I think one of the most interesting things from Senegal is how they move that ball. And there it is. Beautiful finish from Yaxine Diop.
I mean, it's almost poetic, Usher. They make sure that almost all 5 players get touches. And by the time it finds the final shooter, they're almost wide open for that shot.
For any fan of fundamentals of basketball, it is a beautiful thing. Look at that. Sarr, you know, brought the defense to her and dished out the ball to Diop in a good finish.
We are going to have a timeout. Senegal leading the way, 35 to Guinea's 12 points. Guinea going to have to figure out how to stop the bleeding. Let's head to the floor and listen in on the Guinea timeout.
Vous voulez travailler ici. Il n'y a personne devant vous, personne devant vous. Sur le panier. S'il vous plaît. Mouvement, d'accord, je commence à m'énerver sur les fautes que vous faites. Pourquoi? C'est devant. C'est pas possible, restez derrière, tranquille. Gardez vos bras, s'il vous plaît. Let's go.
Guinea, a dismal 11% from the field and 15% from 3 points. Usher, really, where do you think Guinea needs to do better when it comes to scoring? I mean, they're struggling bringing the ball up on transition, but once they settle down, what do they need to do to get into a better offensive flow?
First of all, they need to swing that ball. They need to pass the ball, because when you look at their shot selection, it's been horrible so far in this game. And whenever they try to penetrate and use their forwards, they get fouled and they go to the line. So they need to make it work consistently to make their fans happy, as you can see in the stands with them, with the posters saying "Allez Guinée."
Kaba looking very good from the free throw line. She is shooting impressive 66%. And now Guinea with another chance to get the ball back. Comes number 10, Diawara. Suma looking for the screen. Oh, look at that play. Manages to slice the defense. Unfortunately, ball goes off her leg. And I like that aggression, Usher, especially from a team that's down. Regardless of how big that lead is, I love to see the aggression. You can see that if she had just managed to dribble the ball not off her foot, she would have had an open leg in the basket.
Well, obviously, as we mentioned earlier at the beginning of this game, this is a West African derby. Both teams understand each other. Guinea have never beaten Senegal, but there's a lot to play for pride. And obviously, they'll be trying not to concede a century in this game. And that's why they're fighting the way that they are. And obviously having a couple of players, 2 players from the Guinean team that play in Senegal in the domestic league. So it is a bit personal for them and for their teammates.
Shot clock winding down. They didn't realize it. And the ball will go the other end.
Well, that's something that Fanta Soma has to work on. She needs to be able to play as a point guard looking at the shot clock because that's also not the very first time that they're being called out on that shot clock violation.
Have another timeout on the floor. Guinea using their timeouts freely. Let's hear what adjustments they'll make coming back into this game. Taking a look at some other stats there, Senegal with so many second chance points, and I think, looking at their offensive rebounds, they have about 9 and 16 defensive rebounds, but I really think Yaxin Diop, you mentioned it earlier, is doing a good job of getting in position to get the offensive rebounds and have those putbacks, but also you have tall players like Sarr, Sen,
Diarra.
Guinea are going to have to do a better job of boxing them out and making sure that they don't get those second chance points.
Well, obviously you can see the placing of Massine Kaba in that paint trying to box out Sarr, but it's not easy because of size, but you can only try at this point.
Mara called for a push. Possession goes back to Senegal as Young has checked back into this game. Nice steal from Mara. Passes it forward. And Guinea unable to convert once again. They have the right energy, they have the right idea. They just need to make sure that they execute. There's a bit of a wild pass from Massine Kaba, but Guinea stay with the ball and have another chance to cut down this lead. Tough defense that Kaba has to go up against in the post.
You spoke about the attitude of this Guinean team, and for me that is what is impressive so far in this game, because when you have Maimouna Diarra there and Sarr in the paint, the size and the energy that they bring, you have to give it up to Kaba for going against them and fighting to make sure that at least she gets a foul and then she can go to the charity line.
Guinea once again are in the bonus, and Kaba gets one of 2 free throws at the line. Bring it back to a 20-point game. Ball almost lost by foul. That's good defense from the Guinea side. Good pressure, but you have to be careful about what's happening in the post. Kaba with good recovery defense. And Mara hungry to push the ball. What a 3-point shot from number 9, Fatoumata Diallo. It looks a bit rushed to me, Usher.
That's the thing that we've been trying to say all morning, that they take rushed shots, and it's something that they have to look into, because you have 24 seconds, to play on a possession. So why rush that shot?
Guinea doing their best, but it's snatched away by Sarr. Sarr, nice dish to down, too hard off the glass. And she'll earn a trip to the line. We've talked about the second chance points,
Là, troisième faute.
but the ball movement of Senegal has just been fantastic. And I find, Usher, that when you see this kind of level of ball movement in a team, it's because they have really trained with each other for a long time. You know, when you get in that flow, but you don't even need to see your teammate, you just know they're there. That's when you start seeing the no-look passes, the behind the back, the spin move for the quick dish. That's when you see beautiful basketball.
I see that you are in the mood to get back on court. If you had a chance, you'd get back in there and and make some post moves. But well, it is very good to see Senegal playing with such rhythm. They've been training together for a very long time. They know each other, and they're prepared to be at this level. And Sarah loses the ball, came off her foot while she was really alone on the court. Very unfortunate, but well, it is Guinea's ball now.
It happens. It does happen. Sarr has a seat on the bench. Coach will give her a breather. Again, Guinea almost losing the ball. Suma having to go against the defense. Oh, foul. Wow. She decided that she was going to take her defender head on. And I think Guinea just need to do a slightly better job of drawing in the defense and then looking for the open man, because Senegal is collapsing on those drives, you know.
And that's the thing about, that's the difference between the two teams. You were talking earlier about how Senegal know when to drive into and get that dish, because when you look at that defense, foul pushed off the court.
Yeah, they'll call that foul on Kajatu Diawara. And she seemed to believe that it was not a foul.
And she's trying to understand from the Ugandan referee, Monica Nasuna, who is officiating at her very fast women's AfroBasket. She's been to the Under-19 World Cup in Thailand and getting that experience here in Yaoundé, Cameroon. So it's not just the players, you know, who are excited about playing at this level. It is also the referees and the table officials, and you and I.
And the commentators.
And the commentators.
We are
no one
very
talks
excited.
about it.
We'll have a word with the director.
Yes.
He needs to create a graphic for us.
I hope he's listening.
Foul with the free throw shot. Now 38 points for Senegal, with just over 2 left to play here in the second quarter. Guinea's offensive woes have continued, but they are putting up a great fight against the 11-time champions of Africa. Slight stoppage on the floor. And a foul was on Kaba. Both teams in the bonus now. And Maseni Kaba with her 6th point in this game. She has been very brave, taking on the Senegal front court, where the average height is at least 6'2".
I mean, Senegal are the tallest nation at this tournament, the other being South Sudan. Very, very tall people on this continent, and you can see it in the reflection of the teams at the tournament. You can see the height of most of the players. About 85% of them, you know, taller than 6 foot. So really good to see that it's playing in to their advantage.
Mustafa Guy being fairly quiet in this game, allowing his ladies to figure things out on the floor. He's doing a great job of. That was number 28, Sokhna Sila, unable to convert on both free throws. And now here comes Guinea, looking at their options. We're going to see something here. Nice kick out, almost poked away. And they'll call a foul on the floor on Ndao as Fanta Suma is trying to make her way to the hoop. And that's what Guinea have to keep on doing. They just have to keep on taking it to Senegal. It's working. They're hitting their free throws, 80%. So if something is working, you just keep on doing it. Keep on chipping away. 19 points for Guinea with a minute and a half to play here.
Well, it is interesting to know that Guinea have scored 14 of their 19 points on the free throw line. So like you say, they need to continue doing that. Take the ball to Senegal, get those fouls, score on the charity line, and it is game on in this West African derby.
Indeed. Hard foul on offensive foul on Jara. She was trying to get position in the paint. Against Maseni Kaba, Jara will have a seat as Mama Marie checks back into the game for the final possessions here of the second quarter.
And it is 4 personal fouls for Maimouna Diarra, so she will indeed take a rest in this game. She has to do so much to make sure that the game doesn't get to her head. And the decision making, Mustafa Gaye having a word with Maimouna Diarra, telling her you have to move better. And she knows that she's a core member of this team. She has a lot of work to do. It is a long tournament and long days ahead.
Indeed, and you know, in this particular game, Senegal have a very comfortable lead, but if it was a tight game, you do not want to have Diarra on your bench. Like you said, she's a valuable asset to the team on the offensive and defensive end, but I'm sure she'll make the corrections necessary in time for the rest of the matchups in this tournament. Foul now inbounding the ball. Good movement there. And Ndao with the three-point shot. Basket is good.
Beautiful play to see 2 players based in Dakar playing to the rhythm of the game and scoring a very big three-pointer in this game. Nyang is back in the action.
Nyang is back in the action. She's been fairly quiet here in this second quarter. Ooh, what a catch by Job. And that is a veteran move if I ever saw one, Usher. Ooh. Getting that position, catching the ball with that one hand.
That is the typical Mam Marisi that we all know. She is incredible. Her footwork, as you can see, and really it's the experience, and she's having fun. She's having fun on the court with younger players, and really for me it's the leadership, you know. It's not just about saying, yo, we need to go and win the game. It's also more about, can you see what I'm doing? I'm leading by example, and let's go do this. Let's get the W.
Absolutely, she manages to make it a 3-point play. And Senegal really trying to get as many steals as they possibly can. That pressure defense is making it very difficult for Guinea to bring the ball up on transition comfortably. Just about 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Foul. Tries to take it all the way. My goodness. Tough move by Mati Fall. But the point guard manages to get her way to the hoop.
She is the shortest player on the Senegalese team, and to see the energy, the hat, and that determination looking good for her and for Senegal just goes to show you that everyone can score on this team. Doesn't matter the the circumstance of the ball possession. And there it is, 3-point play, and Senegal take a very good look.
Ball poked away by Ndao. And we're starting to see a lot of the bench players get airtime now. Ndao again from 3-point land, misses everything, but it's scooped up by Job. She can't get it to go either.
It is going to be very interesting, and Jallo has to make sure that she takes the lead in this one, because Fanta Suma has 4 personal fouls as their lead point guard.
It's very unfortunate. Fatoumata Jallo really trying to get some points for Guinea before the end of the second quarter. But that's your halftime score. Senegal absolutely dominating in this game. 48 to Guinea's 19 points. Taking a look at some of the stats there. Senegal 54% for the field. Guinea 8%. They are 1 for 12. And also looking at the rebound situation, Senegal really are the stats leaders across the board, which is a testament to just how strong a team they are. Nyang still leading the team in scoring at 9 points. Kaba at 7. We've seen impressive basketball from the post player Maseni Kaba. And Usher, what has been your take about Senegal and Guinea so far?
Well, it is interesting. I think that the game is living up to its billing. This is a really deep derby. You can see from the fans the way they're enjoying the game. You can see the setup of both teams and the players. And yes, absolutely interesting for a first game of the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2021 here in Yaoundé, Cameroon.
Don't go too far. We'll have more basketball action in just a moment.
family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
Senegal against Guinea. It is halftime. Looking at some of the game leaders, that is Maseni Kaba with 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And she has really just been doing so much for the Guinea team in this game. Kaba is one player who actually personally do not know much about Usher, but I think if you're a scout, you're looking for a tall player to add some depth into your front court, she's one name that would come to mind. She's been doing an excellent job against Senegal bigs. And speaking of Senegal, Lena Nyang, 9 points, was absolutely on fire in the first quarter. I think all her 9 points actually came in that first quarter. Sar with 6 rebounds, Jeme with 3 assists, and Giara, who has also been doing a lot for Senegal, but unfortunately got into foul trouble in the second quarter with 4 fouls. Mustafa Guy was not happy about that. And again on your screens, Lena Nyang, 9 points, 1 rebound. And I think if she can just engage whatever adrenaline was going through her in the first quarter, for these next 2 quarters, we could see her in deep in the double digits when it comes to points.
Well, obviously, Nyang bringing the energy off of the bench, and that's, you know, the sort of response that you want from a professional team, and that's what Senegal are. You know, sometimes you have players who feel terrible that they didn't start the game. I mean, not everyone can start the game, but the detail is in, you know, delivering when the coach puts you on the court. And looking at Nyang, she's been incredible. She'll be very happy with her performance in that first half. And let's see what she can do in the second half of the game. Will she continue her scoring spree, or will she contribute to this game in a different way for Senegal?
Senegal have been absolutely dominating in this game. 29 team rebounds against Guinea's 14. And I'm just looking at, you know, the team comparisons here. But I think a lot of Guinea's woes are not being able to break the press that Senegal are dishing out to them. Besides the fact that Guinea are also shooting about 11% from the field. But really, they have so many turnovers right here at the center court. And Usher, you're a coach of Guinea. What are you telling your team?
Well, it's very simple on how to deal with a full court press. You just need to screen, because when you have the inbound and everyone is at the person with the ball, it doesn't work that way. When there's an inbound, all they do is have 2 people at least screening on that same side of the court. Ball movement, but also player movement. You need to move. When you screen, you turn around and then you go and screen from someone else, and that's how you move the ball in that regard. But Guinea have not been consistent with that, and it's showing in this game so far.
It is indeed, but one thing that can be said for Guinea, they are playing like they're here to compete, not just participate. And despite going against Mustafa Guy and Les Lions de la Teranga, they are really giving it everything that they've got. That is impressive, if I do say so myself. Aisha Mara, number 7 there. I think she's been a true force for Guinea in the first half as well. And despite not leading in terms of points, she's definitely doing the intangibles. She has 6 points in this game. Just 2 rebounds and 1 assist, but really she is trying to make it work. Unfortunately, 5 turnovers for her, and I think Guinea's guards need to do a better job of executing those passes and making sure that the ball is not deflected by the Senegalese defenders.
Well, I mean, when you look at, you know, the starting 5 of Guinea, their efficiency, it's not really showing a lot of positive vibes, I should say. When you look at Fanta Suma, who is their number 1 playmaker, with 8 turnovers and 4 personal fouls in just the first half of this game. It just goes to show that they're not yet there, and they need to do so much if they're going to beat a side like Senegal, who have a lot of talent in the back court, but also in the front court. And you need all of that to come together for you to get a victory.
Again, this is a Group C matchup. In this particular group, it is Senegal, Guinea, and Egypt.
And it's interesting you say Egypt, because right behind us is the Egyptian technical bench, who are here to watch this game, particularly because they play against both of these teams in Group C, and they're watching to see what can they do before they play their very first game at this tournament. Obviously, they'll, these teams will have one game more than they do, and that should really play for or against either of the teams. But let's see what happens in this game. We're back for the action in the second half of this game between Senegal and Guinea.
Again, if you're just joining us, welcome to Yaoundé, Cameroon for the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2021. Senegal taking on Guinea. Diop trying to get us going and can't connect on that lay-in. Mara now on the left wing, gets it into the post. Kaba loses it. And we've talked about the turnover situation for Guinea. 22 turnovers. I am seeing that correctly, and that is a high amount of turnovers to have at the half. Those are numbers you should be seeing more at the end of the game, but here at the top of the third quarter, 22 turnovers is too much, and that's a hole that you're digging yourself in. But really, we have to give credit to Senegal's full-court defense and even half-court defense. They've just been doing a really good job. As you can see, Diop pokes the ball away there. That time, nice long pass for the lay-in. That's Dae Njai getting up on the boards. 4 points for her. That's a mid-range shot from number 15, Fatou Ba of Guinea. Almost a 30-point lead here for Senegal. As we see Diop putting her veteran knowledge to good use. And Usher, we were down 30 points at halftime against Senegal when I used to play for Team Kenya. And I'm telling you, it needs an amazing amount of mental strength to get back on that court and do your best to play.
Well, obviously, like we say, there's so much history between these two countries, and that is enough motivation for them. And we spoke about Fatou Ba, who, by the way, plays for Memos in Senegal. So there's a lot to play for her and against her teammates back home.
Jem sets it up for Diop on that play to extend the lead. Senegal now at 54. And you can see Mustafa Gueye going deep into his bench, making sure some of his star players get a rest. Timeout has been called on the floor. Senegal leading 54-21 points. Guinea calls the timeout.
You do notice that Mustafa Gueye is yet to call for a timeout in this game.
I told you, letting the ladies play. But let's head onto the floor and listen to what Coach Ousmane has to say.
Passe, passe, passe. Il y en a un qui vient, et le soutien. Le soutien, on sort, boum, on transfère, on joue. On joue longtemps. Longtemps, on joue. Passe, passe, passe. Après, regardez ici. Là, si ça vient, si Basséline est là, boum, on joue. Pensez à couper, peut-être qu'il va donner. Il va faire tac-tac, il va donner, plus sa faute.
Allez, filles.
Morale still high for Guinea, and Coach Ousmane Camara was actually telling his players what you mentioned earlier, Usher, that they're just rushing too much on offense. They need to pass the ball more, make sure more players get touches, and then they can now attack. or look for the open shot.
Because when you look at the intensity that Guinea are bringing into this game, they have the power to do that. They just need to be calm on that ball, pass it, pass it, pass it, and get their options right. Because once you pass that ball, it forces the Senegalese defense to move on their feet, and then there can be an opening. But there has to also be, you know, some screens. They can't run away from those screens. They have to press them, because when they press them, then they can have the options.
Jallo gets it out to Mbaye to Mara. Mara looking at her options. Nice floating pass into the post. It's blocked by Diop. Great defensive movement by Senegal. And they'll call a foul on the floor on Fatoumata Jallo. And you can look at that recovery defense by Diop.
Marie.
Kaba managed to defeat her defender. Diop made the rotation and got a hand on that ball.
And there was an unsportsman foul on Jallo, and that's why Yassine Diop is on the line. Converts the first one, misses the second, and it is ball possession for Senegal. Jem with the inbounds, passes it to her namesake Jem.
A lot of gems, a lot of jobs, a lot of fives. That's good hustle from Senegal to keep the ball alive. Good team play. Jem kicks it out for the corner three. Too short. Big offensive rebound, and we've talked about it before. You have to box out Senegal. Jai making them pay. On the other end, Fatoumata Jallo decided to take a deep three. No good. Jem now with the ball, gets it out to Diop at the baseline. Too hard. And she'll have a second chance. Will she take it? She does. This one can't go either. By now with the ball. Out to Aisha Mara. Yassine Diop with the sticky hands at half court, making it so difficult for Guinea's backcourt personnel to just even have a look into the paint. But I have yet to see the players implement what the coach has said, which is to make sure that they're swinging the ball, even against this full court press.
Well, it's not very easy for Guinea to do that, because when you look at them right now, every time one of their teammates has the ball, they're looking. They're not moving, and they have to move if they are to do anything in this game.
Absolutely. Yassine Diop in the face of Aisha Mara.
And that is 12 points for Yassine Diop, the first player to go up to double digits in this game. Very intense energy that she brings to the Senegalese side, as we've been saying all day.
And you can see kind of the intensity building between Mara and Diop. I think they're both kind of similar players in their style. As you can see, they get tangled up there right about at half court. And that's just coming off a clutch baseline shot from Yassine Diop. I love a good rivalry, Usher. I love competition.
And you can see that they have a good competition, but there's also respect between the two players.
Sila, tough move. You can see Mustafa Guy was happy with that play. Teammates also pleased. And Sila, is she a local player or is she one of the...
She's one of the ones that are playing abroad. And she's playing in for the Toyota Antelopes in Japan.
That's fantastic. Standing at 6'2".
And just 24 years old.
I was looking at that. She's just 24 years old. So if she wants it, she could have a very long basketball career ahead of her.
I mean, such as the talent chain in Senegal. There's so many academies, you know, the NB Academy, the Seed Project by Amadou Galofal, and so many people, you know, that are involved in player development and talent recruitment. And, you know, that's what also makes sure the players are rooted in being humble and knowing that there are so many other players available to represent Senegal. But if you're chosen among the 12, it is an absolute honor, and you can see how they sing the national anthem and how they deliver at this stage. And that's very important for them as a team and also as players.
Sila rattles the first free throw in. Gets the second one to go as well. And now a 40-point lead for Senegal. And this game looking very similar to previous encounters between these two sides, as Guinea continue to struggle from the field, still shooting below 20%. Jem gets it out to the wing. Dow back to Jem. Knocked down from three-point land. Dow with her 7th point and first three-pointer for this game.
And it is a 40-point game, and now it's 43-point game. And Senegal are running away with this one. And you look at Dow. Beautiful finish, swish. You know, you love to see a three-pointer that is a swish,
You
like
do.
clean.
You do. That's good form. And correction, that's actually her 10th point and second from beyond the arc. Kaba trying to make it happen. It's just so tough with so many white jerseys in the paint.
It must be a very interesting moment for the coach Mustafa Gay, with 11 of his players scoring in this game so far. So the distribution right there speaks to the depth that they have as a team.
Shot clock violation, but they're going to have a look at it and see if the shot clock was reset, because that did feel like a very short possession, Asha.
Yes, it did. And the referees are having a word. To see what's happening there. So there you go. Mozambican referee Uber
taking a look at that shot clock, and
it's running down. There you go, it's running down. Boom. So the referees back at it, Andrea, Monica, and Uber. And they will look at the video review. Andrea from Brazil and Monica Nasuna from Uganda. It is interesting how technology has affected or even made basketball and sports in general better in this 21st century, because now you have an opportunity to review that and make sure that you're making the right decision. And to have that here at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket in Yaoundé is interesting, because when you look back at your career, can you imagine how much that could have helped in your early playing days?
Oh, it would have helped immensely. And I remember when video review was actually introduced first in football, And there was a hue and a cry. And people were like, no, let the boys play. But really, there's so many controversial calls in history that could have changed the game in one way or the other. To have that introduced in sports really makes sure, it contributes rather to fair play and making sure that things really are as they are on the court, on the field. So very valuable addition and great to have here on the continent. And you can see the constant review of that shot clock, and we'll get the final decision by the very capable referee team in just a moment. There was a jump on the shot clock, so they are going to correct it to the appropriate time.
And that's a very, very interesting and incredible development on the court. It will be reviewed, and there will be an inbound. And it is Guinea's ball possession. Mara with the ball.
The right idea, just couldn't execute it.
Blind pass.
It was, although Kaba did have her defender sealed there, so if she just managed to arc it a bit more instead of a bullet pass, something could have happened. Young trying to get fired up in 3-point. And Sen is fouled on the putback.
But that's the lack of concentration from the Guinean team, because you see it on offense and now on defense, because that's a clear foul. Diallo is right behind Sen, and obviously she knows that that sort of reach is a foul, and yet she goes ahead to push her.
I mean, Senegal are really doing a fantastic job of getting in. I mean, they're bigs rather, doing a fantastic job of getting into position in the post and making sure they have their defenders right where they want them. Kaba to Jallo. Jallo, the floating pass into Jiang. Jiang wide open, can't make it happen. And Jem, nice dish. Oh, beautiful basketball right there. Good find for Sen on the cut. And she will have another opportunity to score free throws at the line.
So it is Senegal's turn to enjoy trips to the charity line, and it's giving them a break as well, because when they go back on defense, they're able to execute on that full court press, and that's working for them so far.
Sen connects on one free throw. Senegal again with another offensive rebound. Long pass. Again, those are so risky and not really necessary.
I mean, like I said before, I never understand the passing of the ball from this angle right across, like there's no one who exists in between. But it is what it is. Guinea have the ball, and they're looking to make it count. Kaba.
Kaba, let's see if she can finish this. Extremely difficult with those kind of defenders. Bai tries to fire one off before the shot clock and can't connect on that. And a long pass, which is again snatched away by Mara, who, like I said earlier, is doing the intangibles and really trying to get her team involved despite having 6 turnovers so far in this game. They can't hear you, Usher. You need to shout louder. Those cross-court passes are not what you want to do.
I'm right here next to them. Can they try to listen? So for the past 1 minute, it's been turnover after turnover from both teams. But let's see if Guinea...
Jem wide open for the lay-in and misses it. And those are the plays that will come back to haunt you if you play a much better team. Mara now kicks it out to Jallo. Jallo for the baseline drive, and she makes that one count.
Big one for Guinea, brings back that confidence. They've been trying so hard on defense, so when they get a basket, it's good for them.
Sen Can't connect in the mid-range jumper, fighting for the rebound. And GM missing a wide open lay-in. But here we see some good intensity in the paint between Guinea and Senegal. Mara, another turnover for her. Jem to Dow. Dow fires, can't get it. Young with the rebound and the putback. And almost another steal for Senegal. This time they managed to cross the court. Kaba gets it to Bai. Nice pass into the paint. That was a good find for Fatou Ba.
So it turns out someone was actually listening. Very good for Guinea to get those points in.
Absolutely. Let's hope we see some more of that. But speaking of seeing some more of something, Young starting to wake up here in the third quarter, bottom of the third.
That's 5 points for her in the last 1 minute. Looking good. And really for me, it's the growth of Nyang and Yacine Diop, because in 2019, when they hosted this very tournament in Dakar, there were younger players and the decision making was, you know, a little bit lacking. But now you can see the growth over the past 2 years and they're delivering. Whenever the coach brings them on, he expects them to do something and they're delivering.
2 seconds left on the shot clock. Mara steps on the line. It'll be Senegal's ball. Guinea, who have scored less than 5 points in this third quarter alone. It's a good drive and kick for the three-point shot. And Dow fires, can't get it to go. Big rebound from Kaba. And now Mara with a push.
You spoke about Kaba before, and as a player for the University of Central Florida, you see that she has that touch of class playing at that level in the USA, and how it impacts the game and the flow of this Guinean side. But obviously there's so much to play for. They've not had a lot of time to prepare as a team. And as you can see, there's just 9 of them today on court. There'll be a full team by the time they play their next game. It's not been easy to find flights from Conakry to here, but they're fighting. And that fight for them, I think, is what is most important. And especially really to play for pride and to play for the country of Guinea, especially in times like this with the political situation back home.
Is the future bright for Guinea, Usher? Do they have, how are their youth development programs?
Well, right now you can say that they've been trying to get, you know, players into structures at under 16 and under 18 level. For the boys, yes. For the girls, not really. But having conversations with their head coach, he said that there's plans to get into those details and to get them going. And hopefully their performance here will show the authorities back home that they deserve a chance to be given an opportunity to represent at that level. And that's the continuity, and that's how you get into a conversation with countries like Senegal, Mali, Angola, Egypt, you know, that have been playing at this level for some time, Mozambique, and yeah, it's looking good so far, and we hope that they can continue to be consistent at this level.
That will take us to the end of the third quarter. Senegal leading the way by over 40 points, 71 to Guinea's 27. Getting ready to kick off the fourth quarter of this Group C matchup, Senegal versus Guinea. Again, the top two teams of this tournament will play a qualifying tournament for the FIBA Women's World High. And against the top basketball nations of the world will be a very big honor. But beyond that, a lot of these teams are playing for national pride. Some AfroBasket is a good tournament for see who they can recruit to add to their roster, especially in Europe and the States.
Yes, obviously. It is a big opportunity, a big platform, and the players know it. They come to this tournament feeling like that and see the amount of energy. They know that it is a career mecca if you play well at the women's AfroBasket. And so many of them have gone on to get opportunities at this stage. And also, it's important when the teams that want to recruit know that they play for your country. There's no bigger honor than that.
I agree. Unforced turnover by Bai. Senegal have gone into rotation. You see Yaxine Diop back on the floor. Foul on the floor as well. Cross-court pass for Yaxine Diop. Drills it. And that will be 15 points for Yaxine.
I mean, Yaxine Diop is having a
I also like her eyelashes.
You like her hair?
You like her hair?
Yes.
I have immense respect for people who can play sports with the eyelash extensions. I'd always feel like as a defender trying to get me from my peripherals. So Yaxine Diop I've placed her higher in my book of people I respect for that alone. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And we have some game stoppage, but it is Guinea's ball. Let's take a look at the. There was a foul on Mara as she was trying to make her way to the hoop.
And it is being reviewed there once again by Andrea from Brazil and Monica from Uganda, looking at it closely. And I like that, you know, this is being consistent this early to also give confirmation to the players they can trust the system. And it's been decided Guinea's ball.
I think they're trying to figure out who the foul was called on. And with just 1.6 seconds left here in the shot clock, Guinea are going to have to make a quick play to get that shot off.
And they're standing well. Let's see if they can get a screen in there right at the baseline, and boom.
Oh, that was a nice turnaround by Kaba.
But Maimouna Diarra was there to provide the defense for Senegal. Yaxine Diop, the ball.
That will be her 4th turnover in this game. Seven from Guinea, Aisha Mara. They're going to call a push on I believe it was number 8, Irma Diem.
And the beauty about it is how quickly she realized that she had actually fouled and moved away from it. Sometimes the players get to deny that they made the foul, even if the game is on television.
Even if it's clear. Berete from downtown. Can't connect. And it's been a pretty quiet night for Fanta Berete, who we expected a lot more from in this particular matchup. 4 points so far in this game.
It's a very interesting moment with Mara registering her 4th foul in this game, and very unnecessary. Very, very unnecessary at this point in the game, because Senegal have the ball. She's facing away from the ball, and then she fouls. And Yassine Diop on the other end of the court, on the charity line, misses the first one.
Yassine has been struggling a bit from free throw line, shooting 2 for 5. You said 4 fouls for Aisha Mara, who really is a key player for Guinea.
She is their leader.
Yassine Diop, my goodness.
Yassine, she's loving it here in this game, and definitely giving her confidence, because you know, when you shoot, especially from the baseline, there's that energy you get on defense, and it's working out for her and for her team.
I mean, it is so impressive as Kaba attempts there. Yassine Diop to be able to play defense at that level and then go on the other end of the floor and shoot that 3-pointer, knock it down. Speaking of knock down and 3-pointers, Mam Marie Diop, making it look so easy. Another turnover. The incredible defense of Senegal, and this time they slow down the possession. Yassine goes for the dribble jumper. It's good! 19 points for Diop. He's feeling it now here in the 4th quarter as Mara almost loses the ball. They're going to call a jump ball. Nothing is working for the Guinea side, as a timeout has been called from Guinea again. And has Coach Mustafa really called a timeout in this game so far?
No, the answer is a big no. He hasn't, because he doesn't need to, by the way. He knows that there's players on the court who can, you know, communicate within and amongst themselves and say, hey guys, we need to do X, Y, and Z. But also really it's an opportunity to give his players a second to know that they've made a mistake and to correct it. And when he needs to, he can call for a substitution, and it's so far for him. The rotation for Senegal has been incredible, but also Guinea, timely timeout for them. They needed it. They needed to catch breath. They're tired. You can see that from the way that they're fouling, the way that they're playing defense. They need to see how to finish this game.
I think it's also a Coach Mustafa guy's part, you know, saying he's basically telling his players, I trust you guys to figure things out. Whatever you are going to sort it out yourselves. And Diop, who has been incredible the bottom of the 3rd and the top of this 4th quarter, 19 points for her. 72% from the field. I mean...
You mean... And she has... Wow. It is really, really incredible. 19 points.
And she's doing the work defensively as well.
2 steals.
Exactly. 2 seconds left. Again, lack of awareness on the Guinea side about what's going on with the time. And now Jara back in the game, making her presence felt early.
That big move by Maimona Diarra. You can feel that she had that in her mind. Finished very well. 2 big points. She needed that.
Another steal for Senegal. Yassine pass to find number 4, Fall. Fall can't finish.
It's a tricky one. Have 3 players. It's 3 against 2, and actually 3 against 1, and then they failed to finish. But the angling of that foul, she cannot blame herself for that one. Look at Maimona Diarra, beautiful. She'll be very proud when she watches the highlights.
There's a coach that told me when it comes to 2-on-1, etc. Pass early, pass often.
Yes, there was a little bit of hesitation, like 0.1 second.
Drop live.
How does that sound? A foul on foul?
Foul on foul.
And there's been some Senegalese side.
Yes, indeed.
Back, Maimona stays on the floor. And Matifa leading.
Dow is also in the game, and here we'll have a pretty 3-point shot. Just couldn't get it to go. With the rebound. Almost another steal.
Good defense. Is back on the court. Yes, 4 fouls, but the coach is trusting her to finish off the game.
That was a nice pass. Wow. Great offense on display here by Senegal. Jara for the finish.
And the fans are loving it. Look at the fans singing their hats out. Isn't it nice when you see these men cheering for the women's team? It's a beautiful sight.
It is indeed. They do not dominate in Senegal. The women and the men get just as much attention. Tries to let one go before the end of the shot clock. It was a shot, and now Foul kicks it out for the baseline 3. No good. Sar with the rebound. And that one put them on the scoreboard now at 88.
You get the feeling that Senegal are trying. They have time on their side. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to play, 41 seconds to play.
You think they'll hit it?
Well, 12 points to go in 3 minutes. It's possible. It's very possible. Just to know that the 3 times that the 2 teams of Senegal have scored more than a century, and on the other occasion, they were short by 1 point.
Suma, top of the key, decides to take it all the way. It's stolen away, and here comes Senegal. You can see the starting 5 is on the bench right now. taking it easy, getting ready physically and mentally probably for the next game that they will play against Egypt.
And that is Nyang understanding that she had a good day's workout for Senegal. Very proud.
Senegal will have a rest day tomorrow as Guinea plays Egypt in the first game. So Senegal are going to have a lot of energy when they play their next opponent, Egypt, as Sarr hits that mid-range jumper. It's the veteran experience that she's offering this team and the great balance of play that we're seeing in the Senegal squad. Nice scoop play. Basket is good.
Beautiful, beautiful finish right there. And now we can comfortably say that every player on the Senegalese side has scored in this game. Rotation, depth, quality. That's what that speaks about. Ndiaye surprised that the referee called a foul there. She was thinking about it being a steal.
Oh, that's a beautiful play. That was a beautiful play from Fatou Ndiaye, taking on the defender.
And the athleticism, you know, to jump like that, leg out, and literally go for the basket, whether you're there or not, I'm scoring.
And absorbing that contact. But let's see if Coach Ousmane has some final words for his team.
Cherchez pas les confrontations, cherchez les duels individuels. Passe, 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 on vient, on prend Maurice. On regarde, on fait la passe, on vient. Une autre seconde, on fait la passe, on va le poser. C'est ça encore là.
Taking a look at some of the points differential, Senegal has scored above 20 points every single quarter so far in this game. And they've kept Guinea at under 10.
And speaking about under 10, Guinea haven't scored a single point in this last quarter, and it's looking bleak so far.
It is looking bleak, but you know, I think for a team that is down by this many points, it becomes a teaching moment. So it's not about winning the game as it is executing the things that you're trying to achieve as a team. So if you're working on certain elements in offense and defense, just work on them without pressure. And in fact, you find that once you remove that pressure from yourself, you start actually scoring more points.
Exactly. So if that's what they're trying to do right now, because you can see the coach has taken off Fanta Suma, and also Aisha Mara is on the bench. Those were inside Kaba, who is on the line, misses her first free throw.
Now, if you're Coach Ousmane, should you give Maseni Kaba a seat and have her rest?
Yes, because tomorrow you're playing a very fast-paced Egyptian side, is fresh and hasn't yet played a game at this tournament, and you need her to be fresh as well. And that's a decision that he needs to make. But obviously, nope, because I see that Aisha Mara,
Silla, they like it.
Yeah.
We like it. Beautiful three-point shot from the 24-year-old who's trying to make her presence felt in this AfroBasket tournament. We've noticed Silla.
Yes, we've seen her.
We've seen you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. That was a good steal from Fatou Ndiaye. She goes all the way, and she'll earn a trip to the line to make this a three-point play.
She's mastering the art of going into the paint, whether there's defense or not, and the bench is loving it.
Well, they're having a good time. But you're right, Usher. She has done a really good job. You have to know how to absorb that contact and still finish, and that really comes down to core strength. But when we're having a discussion on athleticism, Senegal is at the top of that list.
Exactly. They are one of the most athletic countries in Africa and the world over, and they're showing it on the court here in Cameroon.
Just take a walk on the Corniche in the morning or in the evening. It is packed with ages, men, women. Senegalese love to work
Look
out.
at the bench.
Oh, they're
Nyang.
excited. Look at the
Very
moves.
nice with the moves. Beautiful, beautiful. And you were asking me about the century?
Oh,
Can you ask me again?
well,
Well, what?
they are going to hit it. They've had the momentum in this game since the first quarter. The pace and intensity has been maintained throughout.
Yes, I mean, that's what you want. You want the team to be consistent. You want them to, yes, respect the opponent, but also try to achieve some team objectives that are away from just the victory. So it's things like, can you work on your shot? Can you get a feel of the court, of the hoops and the rim, especially because this is the first game of the tournament. Because, wow, look at that great swish right there from Diawara.
And that was their first field goal of the quarter, I believe.
Yes, ma'am. And there's a review once again by the referees, Monica and Andrea.
And you can see the players enjoying the support from the fans.
Yeah.
I can see GM smiling.
But also the fact that they have that many fans. To be very honest with you, the number of fans here in Yaoundé is more than the fans who were at the men's AfroBasket in Kigali from Senegal. So it's a beautiful thing to see. And also to remind all the viewers that Senegal hold the biggest record of fans in one stadium in African basketball at 15,000 for the final of the women's AfroBasket in 2019. So they love their basketball, they love this women's team, and the women's team has always made them proud over the years.
You know, I remember that tournament, Asher. I was there with the Kenya team, and all you would see was red, yellow, and green. From the rafters all the way down to the floor. Like it was choreographed. Like they came with their instruments, everything, their flags, their faces were painted, and you could not hear yourself think.
You were talking about not hearing yourself think. Do you know that that morning we arrived at 9 a.m. for the game and the final was at 6 p.m. and the place was packed. There was nowhere to pass because there were so many fans, about 10,000 of them outside of the arena, you know, waiting to get in. And on the inside, there were 15,000 by 9 a.m. It was a beautiful sight. And to see these fans here supporting their team is a thing of beauty.
What can we say? Senegal loves their women's basketball, and what's not to love?
And
have some new players checking back into the game, back in there.
Good defense. Ndiaye with the steal, passes it to Ndao.
Ndao now gets it out to Jim. Ndao at the wing. Oh, in and out. Fighting to get her last three-point shot for this game. Bai is now wide open on the other end of the floor, but she decides to take her time.
And Guinea trying to run the clock down to perhaps avoid the century, but
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And they're going to call a walk on Mara. Young deciding to help the referees make that call.
She's having a relaxed time on the bench.
Actually, it wasn't a walk, it was an offensive foul. And now with the 43 seconds left here in the game,
So who's gonna make it a century? Let's see.
It really could be anyone. That's the great thing about Senegal. You can't pinpoint which player will make it happen, but here we go. Diarra is lucky winner number 1. Tough move.
I actually
So strong.
almost say that because it is poetic justice, because she made the fast basket of this game and she has made the basket that has made it 100 points for Senegal in emphatic style. And she's, let's see if she makes it count. Maimouna Diarra.
She had 4 fouls earlier on in this game, had to have a seat for the better part of it. And she misses that free throw, but again, Senegal, who have been dominating with rebounds throughout this game. 5 total rebounds, 22 of them offensive. So incredibly impressive. And I'm not sure if it was intentional. Maybe just a lack of awareness of what was happening with the time, but now it's 10 seconds to go in this game. Will Guinea decide to score their final basket? Bai decides to run it down. 1 second, and that will be the end of the first game of this year's edition of AfroBasket. Senegal with a resounding victory. They hit a century. Usher play.
Well, obviously, when you look at the scoring, 20 for Senegal behind the arc, that's very respectable. 79% for Guinea on the free throw line. That was incredible. Senegal, 26 steals, 28, 26 rebounds. That is a team that is intense on both ends of the court, and they're showing it. They're here, they're in business, and they're looking for a second African title here in Yaoundé.
I mean, 26 steals, that's really where the and fantastic job with their full court pressure defense. Even making sure they get those offensive plays. And let's have a look at some plays here of the second half. That was Jai making things were happening, but Young, who had a red hot first, things kind of slowed down for her into the third. And she came alive again. But like you said, every player on the roster scored. And that just shows how comfortable Senegal were in this game.
Obviously, and that's what Mustafa Ghani is trying to teach his squad, that we're not relying on just one player in this tournament. We're relying on the entire squad. So you come in, play, and you're out. You come in, play 3 minutes, give everything, and you're out. And for the on the bench, leading their teammates is what is going to speak a lot about Senegal as a team and as one of the title favorites in this tournament.
Absolutely.
And for Guinea, obviously, you have to give it up to them. You know, they fought. They tried to do their very best. They were a very small team in terms of size, but also the fact that there were just 9 players in this tournament, with about 4 of them arriving last night at 3 a.m. In Guinea, you know, flying in from Guinea and expecting another 3 to arrive today. It's been tough for them, but I think that when they go back to the hotel, they're going to be very proud of their performance that they both had, and that they're glad to be here at the AfroBasket playing against the best teams on the African continent.
The mere fact that a team has qualified at this level of African basketball is commendable in and of itself. And so, like you said, Usher, we definitely cannot take away from Guinea. They put in a fantastic effort throughout the game. And so those are the standings. Senegal now at the top of the list. Guinea will play Egypt tomorrow morning and continue to fight to advance to the qualification to quarterfinal stage. It's going to be tough. They need to rest and make sure they're prepared for tomorrow's game. And that will take us to the end Again, Senegal 100 points to Guinea's 31.